Hi guys, it's been a really long time since I have done a video for my YouTube channel. And if you're still hanging around, you're awesome. Make sure you subscribe. So I thought I would do an update because it's been a while and I've been really quiet. We have everything done for William's paperwork. We are just waiting back for the medical results. I still don't have my own place, so I'm still, living out of a bedroom at my parents' house. I've started teaching again, and I'm noticing that there's a huge difference from me teaching now than even just 3 years ago. I don't have the same energy and focus, and I don't know if that's just my overall health or if that's strictly quinism. So, for those of you who did not know, I do live with multiple health issues. It makes my life very interesting. and But I need to do something to be able to become independent. I'm getting some stuff ready for fall. I'm making fingerless gloves. So I have some, I think this pair is the ones that are striped with black and then like neon colors of like blue. I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 different colors, and the yarn is self-striping, so I don't have to focus on the colors. So I have some like that, and then I have another one that it kind of looks like a sunset colors for fingerless gloves. So I have some pairs of those. They're not quite finished. I have to just do some sewing on them, and then I also have made I did this all in one weekend. Like if I could do this as a living, like I could just sit and crochet and knit, that would be a nice job, but I don't know how you can make a living on crochet. I really don't. If I did, I'd be doing it. Another one is like a headband ear warmer, and it's supposed to look like a big bow. So yeah, that I've been doing that to keep myself busy. I'm working on a couple of series for my YouTube channel. I kind of So there's 2 different series I'm working on, and I'm not going to start putting them up until I have at least 5 of the videos pre-recorded, because I feel really bad when I'm doing YouTube and I stay silent for as long as I have. But anyways, I am working on 2 different series that I'm going to be putting on my YouTube channel. One of them is stuff that I have learned becoming a therapist. I wanted to share some tips on working through things through life. I've had to use several of these methods for myself, and they have helped me immensely, and I wanted to share them with people who are following me. And it's going to kind of be a series. You're going to want to watch the first video first, like you're going to want to watch them in order, because slowly it helps you build to a point that you feel confident in yourself and you have kind of just skills, coping skills and stuff like that. And then another series I'm working on is actually more of an educational series. I kind of wouldn't mind your input. I was thinking of doing a series on avoiding religious manipulation. And I was kind of scared to do that because I don't want people to think I am bashing religions, or I am bashing church, or like that's not my focus. My focus is, if you're out and you're looking for something spiritually, you can find it without worrying about a church or an organization taking advantage of you as a person. But like I said, I just feel like, I don't know, like I'm scared to put that one out there because I'm scared that people are going to come at me thinking I am trying to tear down churches or tear down the Bible or tear down different religions. Like I said, none of that's my goal. It's really for self-protection, is what it's for. Self-help and self-protection. So that's what I'm working on, trying to keep busy. September has become just a really hard month for me because William and I, our wedding anniversary is September 27, and this will be our second wedding anniversary that we will not be able to be together for. And this is why I didn't want to do YouTube videos, because it just feels like my whole life right now revolves around this pain of being apart. Like my whole life revolves around this. And I'm doing the best I can to cope with it. But that's one of the reasons I didn't really want to be filming videos, because I don't want that to be constantly out there. But anyways, yeah, so this month is harder for me than it normally is, because, it's just a reminder of all the suffering we've had to go through in the last year and a half. We were only together 6 months. And I had come back here, I had some crazy health stuff going on, and I also had paperwork that I had to do. And I had come back here for that purpose, fully intending to be back with my husband. And I know I've shared a little bit about this, like on my personal accounts, like on Facebook and stuff. I don't know if I ever shared this on YouTube, but in that year and a half, there was a lot of stuff lost. We lost our house. So there's just, like, this last year and a half has just been really, really painful. And I try to do a reality check with myself. And to be honest, I think I'm okay, because for what I've had to go through, and I am still here going through things, dealing with stuff, making sure I'm on the upper end of my emotional health. Sometimes I need to stop and reflect on that and say, you know what, I am doing a good job. I am doing okay. I'm doing the best I can, and I need to stop and think about that, focus on that. So if you're somebody who prays, I would really appreciate if you could send some prayers up for William and I. Really appreciate that. A good thing, like with me going back to teaching music, I also started selling Scentsy. I will do another video about that, actually. With us losing everything last year, I also lost a lot of my savings. People didn't know this, but I had invested in a trailer that we were totally gutting to make into a private studio space. So the back half I was going to teach music out of. The front half, my mom was going to help me do the inside to have like a nice area to film for my YouTube channel and stuff. And our neighbor, who for whatever reason didn't like us, there's been issues, like our family noticed harassment coming from the town. CNIB was out, and we were doing mobility and orientation training, and they made a complaint to the town because the town was not keeping like their sidewalks up to code. There were things that were not being kept up to code, and so they made that complaint, not us. And I think because I'm one of the few people in town who, like, I was out and about and people were used to seeing me, and obviously I'm blind and visually impaired, I think they thought we complained, which we weren't the ones who complained. But ever since then, there's just been constant nonsense. And yeah, so the bylaws, what I was doing was all complete within the bylaws, completely in line, completely okay for me to do. And we just got constant harassment. And like, it just, because the trailer was mine, but it was on my parents' property, none of it was coming to me directly. It was going to my parents. And so things just weren't able to, because if it was me, like, I would have went to an attorney, got a letter of cease and desist that they had to stop harassing us, and anything further that they wanted to say we had to have inspected, they would actually have to go to the court, go through the court and get an approval to actually come at us with this. But like I said, it wasn't addressed to me, it was addressed to my parents, and it just became just a huge problem. So I ended up having to get rid of it. And like, that really affected me too, because I'm just trying to get through life. I'm trying to become independent. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be real. But there's a huge part of me over this last year and a half, 2 years, that knows if I was able to see, I would not have had to go through half of what I've had to go through. And it's okay. That's okay. It's okay for me to recognize that. Because I would be able to have a driver's license. I would be able to have a car. I would be able to get a regular job. But this is what my channel's about. That my channel's about being real. And I know it was a good thing for me to go through this suffering of knowing, and sometimes knowledge is suffering, because you would be happier if you didn't know that. But it's okay. I realized how important it is to learn how to cope with something that no one else is understanding. And they just think, maybe you're being a baby, maybe you have an attitude of self-pity or woe is me, and really it's not. Like I said, it's knowing your situation would have been better. But that's not my situation right now. I have to learn how to work through the situation I am in right now. But that has helped give me a greater motivation and determination to work on that one self-help series. And I'm working hard on it. I want to make sure I'm doing my best. I'm giving my best. And I'm also currently still doing online courses because I want to make sure that what I'm making available to other people is a help, is being open, but yeah, that's been a major struggle for me. And like I said, my channel is about being real, and that's one of the reasons I didn't want to be on YouTube for a while, is because I don't want to trigger other people who are going through the same thing. Like, if you're going through this, it doesn't help you to listen to somebody else who's going through it. It helps you before you go through it, or it helps you after you've gone through it. But it's not helping you while you're going through it, because now you're just like, the pain of the other person, so you're crying along with them, with you, with them. Yeah, I just wanted to do an update about that. So, yeah, like I said, if you're somebody who prays, I would really appreciate your prayers. William and I would really appreciate your prayers. But we are asking that, God reunite us soon, as soon as is possible. We do have, like I said, I'm rebuilding the savings. Just because where my husband is living, you're not going to make a lot of money in the Philippines selling fish. Like, that's just the reality of it. So all along, I've been the one that's been paying for everything, and all the paperwork. When we had trouble with the rent, I was the one who tried to fix it. And so, like I said, the last 2 years, all the savings that was saved up is gone. But I am rebuilding it, and I'm very happy with that. I'm very thankful, that God has given me the opportunity to make some income, to work on some stuff. And so I almost have enough for an airline ticket for William once he has his medical results back. We don't know what it's going to entail as far as getting the V shots. I know everything right now seems to just be heavily censored, even though I'm not giving an opinion. But from my understanding, if he doesn't have it, he has to stay in some kind of quarantine center, and that price seems to get higher and higher. It's closer to $3,000 now, Canadian. I don't even have half of that, but I'm working on it. And then I also have a separate fund. This is really tiny. This is like something like at the end of the month, if all the bills are paid, everything is put away into savings like it should. If there's an extra 10, 20 bucks, it goes into this account, and that's a housing account. So that one actually, you know, I don't even think that one will be filled until after William is here, but I do have something set up for that. And I actually have, this is really cool, I have a chart set up to keep track of it. And I will be sharing that a little bit on YouTube and possibly Facebook and stuff like that. And if you want to contribute to something like that, like I'm not asking you to, I'm not begging, I'm not anything like that. Every once in a while, I occasionally have someone ask if they can give, you know, 5 or 10 bucks for something, which I think is amazing that people are that kind. But anyways, I do have something like that set up. Like I said, I will be showing that in the future. But we do have a PayPal link down below in the description. There is a PayPal link. Yeah. So I'm focusing on that, working on some online courses, trying to teach music, and I'm selling Scentsy stuff. So I'm keeping myself busy. I didn't really do anything over the summer. I'm in Ontario, Canada. I feel like there's not really a lot you can be doing right now. But yeah, I didn't really do a lot this summer. Like, I think I went one time with my family to the zoo. I don't mind going. Like, it's not as fun as it used to be, obviously, but I like getting out for the day. Like, it's nice to just go out, walk around, you know, have a day that's completely different than normal. I like that. So I did do that. I would love to, if you did anything cool this summer, I would love to hear that. As always, I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. I know I don't deserve to. I know I don't deserve growing my YouTube channel because I've been so quiet. But I'm going to try and get back to the regular, just sharing a little bit of videos and stuff like that. I have videos that have been filmed somewhere on my laptop, but I haven't done. Like, I just didn't have the energy to. I know that sounds weird, like you're sitting at a laptop and all you have to do is like focus with your mind, but yeah, I don't have that. I didn't have the energy to do that. But I'm gonna try and be a little bit more regular with that. Like I said, the reason I was so quiet for so long is because, like I said, I feel like I'm dealing with a lot, and I'm really scared of every time I'm going in front of the camera trying to share stuff, because my whole life is just wrapped up in all of this at one time. I'm just scared it just comes across so negative and so heavy and just, ugh, right? So, but I do thank each and every one of you. Every time you watch one of my videos, every time you comment, even if you're just saying hi, I think that is so cool. I've met so many cool people by doing this, by just sharing online. And I'm sure there are others who they've had to go through something similar, like if you've had vision and then lost it, and now you're going through a situation and you think to yourself, you know what, my life, like, my life would be just so much easier if I could just see this. I don't have any pearls of wisdom for dealing with that. I don't, other than I have to forcibly stop myself and tell myself that, yes, that's true, but my reality right now, my situation right now, is I don't have the vision, and I have to figure out what is best for this situation. And it can be really hard to do that. It can be really hard to do that. But I'm actually going to be coming out with a video pretty soon, and it's going to be talking about grieving days. And this is something that I learned to do, and it's been a huge help. And I really, really hope it helps somebody else. So look for that video. It's going to be coming out soon, called Grieving Days. And it sounds more depressing than it is. Okay, it sounds really depressing and it sounds really negative and really, ugh. But I promise you, it's a technique that really helped me. It helped me get through some really big, crucial moments in my life. Things that I was scared I wasn't going to be able to enjoy. One of them being my wedding. I know that sounds absolutely backwards because, you know, I'm marrying the love of my life, you know, like I was getting married like almost like in an adventure. How could I not love it? But that's the reality. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be able to see any of it, and that was just really messing with me. And so I learned this technique called grieving days. That's my own word for it. I don't know if there's anything else similar called grieving days, but it helped me be in the here and the now and enjoy the moment and deal with the negative feelings. It helped me to get over the negative feelings so I could continually be moving forward in my life, because people who get stuck in their life and people who get stuck in their problems, they can't move forward in life, and they usually develop really bad personal characteristics. They sometimes can become narcissists, they can sometimes become very abusive, they can sometimes become very aggressive with other people, with relationships that normally would be full of love is now full of aggression, and I don't want to become that person. So I want to share that technique, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be having a video for that called Grieving Days, and I really hope in some way that kind of helps somebody else with what they're going through. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe. I always love hearing other people's opinions and insights. Always remember to be friendly in the comment section. If not, your comment will be deleted. I don't believe in showing affection to the haters. You don't get my attention. Those who love me and those who are a positive influence in my life, those are the ones who get the love. And yeah, thank you so much for watching and being a part of my journey. Hopefully, hopefully, we'll be starting a new chapter soon, and things will start becoming more upbeat, more exciting, and more lovely. If you have any questions, always leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!